one of the main things that I would like to speak today also is is about product process in the company itself. One of the core pillars is the process of product discovery. I would like to reveal why should it be done alongside product delivery, which we are all, like developers, focused on. This is the diagram from Stephen Blank's book, Customer Development, that was written in early 20th century, 2005. It shows customer stages in time and maturity. So, there are stages of customer discovery, when it's tested through business model and validated with the customer, so we have some idea, business idea or hypothesis, we validate that through business, take a look at a business model, validate with customers, and if it works, then we stop searching and go to execution, or if it doesn't work, we fail, then we pivot and we make a new customer discovery. And execute is a company building. Yeah? It was made for startups, but basically it works. What I really love in this diagram, that it shows three core ideas simultaneously, because they really align. It's a customer development stages. The same is the product lifecycle stage. So if we substitute product instead of customer, we can have the same hierarchy here. So it will be like product discovery and product delivery. In discovery phase, we try to find the business model that works, the product that fits the customer needs. If it does, then we go to delivery and we build that product. If it doesn't, then we pivot and make attempts until we run out of money, or until we succeed. And the customers, the company's development stage here would be a startup, because a startup is a temporary project for searching a business model that can be scaled. Once the business model is found, we go to execution and we go to company building. Customer development framework was created in early 21st century by Steve Blank and released in his book Customer Development in 2005, and was later updated with a lean approach by Chris in his book in Lean Startup, which is like a Bible, is defined like a Bible of a startupper, table book. So customer development is it's focused on specific customer's pain. Usually it's one main pain, it's here, the customer, why the customer isn't happy. So the goal is to go deeper into the client's problem and become an expert in that problem, understand how to solve it, and to find the solution for that problem. What the main tool for searching these problems is interviewing potential customers. And once we found these customers' problems, the pains, we immediately check that with a solution, some simple solution like MVP. We'll talk about that later. Henry Ford said about the customer development, just a little bit of an off topic about, some facts and fun about customer development. It's Henry Ford. He said, if I asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. He said that about his story with making a Ford T in the 1908. And later we will come back to this quotation and discover it. And because it happened 100 years ago, and lately, 100 years after that, in the beginning of 21st centuries, General Motors product managers, they repeated Ford's tools, enforced with customer development framework that I was talking about, and they asked Americans, what is the ideal automobile? To find out that it should look like this. They built Chrysler Cruiser. I couldn't say that, that's a victim of a customer development. I couldn't say that actually this is a total failure for General Motors, because at the same time they released Pontiac Aztek, which was the, you know, one of the probably one of the worst cars in history. But definitely this is not the ideal Chrysler. This is not the ideal American car, and even it's not the best among Chryslers of that years. So sometimes it fails. So here comes the comparison between customer development and jobs to be done. The jobs to be done framework focuses on the customer's jobs to hire products for instead of pains. And while the customer development goes deeper to the problems, the jobs to be done is raising beyond the problems to understand the critical job that has to be done and what the product will be hired for. According to this framework, we don't have to interview potential customers, but we have to interview only the customers who bought this, because, as Dr. House said, people lie. And the people who voted for them using their money, they don't lie, because they have already paid for that. So we have to interview the existing customers and ask them, okay, why did you buy that? What did you buy that for? Why did you pay that sum of money? And the solution should fix the problem in a completely new way and not like it was solved before using other products. So to compare these two approaches, you know, there are actually some families. If you were all product managers, you would be divided to two, you know, teams. One of them would be fans of customer development, the other would be the fans of jobs to be done, and you could even, after a couple of beers, you could even fight with each other for that. Sometimes it happens in the bars after conferences. But my idea is to focus on the task and not on the tool, because, as I said, all tools are good if they are applicable in the case. So Abraham Maslow said, if you only have a hammer, you tend to see every problem as a nail, right? So we don't, what I wanted to say that tools don't matter, tasks matter. If they are applicable, you can use any of them, if they help to get the jobs done. And here I would like to show the usual, this is the product discovery delivery cycle, which happens usually in corporations like that. So the main focus is usually on development. I say 65% on development and refinement. It is delivery space, and only 5% of effort is spent to market validation, alignment, research, and ideation. And as for my experience and the books that I've read actually, and what I've observed, the successful corporate products are developed like that, with a main focus on research and discovery, which is done simultaneously with delivery. It doesn't mean it doesn't mean that development is not needed, and it doesn't mean that development is underrated. We should just provide more attention answering the question what we are doing rather than just doing that. And this is about discovery.